Welcome back to the Cheap Pop Wrestling Podcast. We are your hosts, John Hook, Kenneth O'Neill, and we're just two middle-aged men complaining about the current state of the WWE. Or giving it kudos. We have been known to do that a time or two. With that being said, this is our Smackdown recap and our predictions for Backlash. As always, we are Founding Father Short, who is working this evening. Godspeed you on your journey and keep you safe there, buddy.
Man, why you gotta work tonight? Why you gotta work?
What's that?
Why you gotta work for? Just be homeless.
Just be homeless who needs money, you know? Who needs money?
Yeah.
But this is our SmackDown recap. I'm going to let Hook take us away and start us off with the, we have no idea what happened in the first part of Raw, or SmackDown. So go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, they said some words, not English words. We don't know what was said. If anybody, WWE spends all this money, teleprompter maybe? Or not teleprompter, like some,
closed captions, you know?
Some closed captions, just some English.
I don't feel like I need to go buy those new headbuds that translate 40 languages.
No.
But, hey, they're in Puerto Rico, you know?
I mean, I get it. I wasn't mad about it. I just want to know what they said. I'm not asking too much. I'm not trying to get canceled here. I just want to know what they said.
That's all. Okay. We just want to know what the game plan is, you know?
Yeah. Anyways, Rhea and Dom versus Ray and Zelina. That's too close in names with Rhea and Ray. Kind of getting me tongue-tied here. But that was the only thing we got out of this, is we knew that what the main event was going to be. And just to skip over that, because I just was scratching.
We have no idea.
Yeah. Hey.
It sounded very enthusiastic when they were going, but I have no idea.
If you've ever watched any other sports game get called in Spanish, where everybody's super into it, this is exactly what it felt like. Like, yeah, that sounds amazing. What the fuck are they saying?
Exactly. Yep. 100%.
Then we had Anderson and Gallows of the OC versus the Viking Raiders. The OC wins. This was a meh match. Like, you had the normal spots that the Viking Raiders usually do, and then you had Gallows and Anderson just kicking their ass towards the end. I mean, it was okay.
Old Mia Yim Mi Chen, yeah, giving the double drop kick over there to Valhalla. Get out of the way. You know what I mean? Loved it.
That was nice, but she's a Kentucky native, so I didn't appreciate it that much. But hey,
I'm from the Hoosier State, so it don't bother me none. Drop kick away.
There's a joke in there somewhere. Oh yeah, it's called Birds Fly Upside Down over Indiana. Ain't nothing worth shitting on.
Oh. Okay.
You're welcome. And then we had Damage Control jumping Bianca Belair. She was eventually saved by Liv Morgan and Raquel. That was another meh.
Ding dong, hello.
I mean,
I know you loved it, and I know Dakota was loving every bit of it too.
Dakota was probably just sitting at the door of the bar trying to signal someone over him a drink, or he was just trying to go to the restroom. One of the two. He usually does one or the other during one of those segments.
Hey, whatever gets him going, but not bad. It's really weird watching Bianca, boast about being the Raw Women's Champion on SmackDown. It really kind of throws you for a loop. But
belt swap coming.
It has to be that, or Rhea drops and then goes and fights Bianca in that match. I know I'm getting crazy here. Okay, I'm crazy.
We know who's winning both women's matches. Let's not lie to ourselves here. Let's not get too far ahead. Next we had the Street Profits versus Imperium. I mean, I like watching the Street Profits. This is another one of those where I knew who was going to win as soon as they came out.
Yeah, they're not going to lose for a while. At all. They're not losing for a while.
This was one of those matches where if the Street Profits lost, the crowd may have rioted.
Oh, dude, yeah, without a doubt. Yeah.
As soon as it came out, the crowd started gyrating. Yeah, this is Do not make them lose. And then Then they sent out the pay list of the pale people, and you knew exactly how it was going to go.
Yeah.
But after that, we had Cody calling out Brock again, called him a gatekeeper.
Which everyone's been alluding to. Like, he had to get through Brock to get back to Roman. So, like, it made sense when he was talking about that. But, like, he also said that, like, just the whole segment was amazing for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got real passionate in there and stuff. And, like, man, I'm excited for that match.
He's really good at selling a match that didn't need to happen in the first place. But that's just me being negative again. Shout out to Cody.
I agree with you 100%.
But this should have been a rematch from WrestleMania because everybody else got a WrestleMania rematch. But, Roman is part-time, and we got to deal with that.
He's back next week.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be another month before we see him again. Woohoo!
Oh, they're going to start planting the seeds for the Bloodline split and then the rematch for SummerSlam. Is this thing on? Did you hear me? The rematch for SummerSlam? Calling it.
They won't. They're going to drag this out to WrestleMania next year, unless The Rock can come back.
We've got so much to unpack here at the end of this, so we'll finish the recap and then we're going to get really wild in this conspiracy theories.
Okay. Then we had one of my personal favorites, Karrion Kross versus Shinsuke. This one hurt me to my soul because I like both of them, but I wanted Karrion to get a meaningful win instead of just, whooping the fuck out of Rey Mysterio or whoever. Or jumping Drew McIntyre and then never really having a good match. Meh. This one hurts, but it is what it is. At least we got to see Scarlett. That's the only plus of this. That is the only plus.
No. Well, so the honor thing. How far was he willing to go to lose his honor? Was it because he kept towards Scarlett? Was that the honor thing? I'm trying to read into this more. You know what I mean?
Maybe they have a match tomorrow and we get to see how far this will go.
They're not on the card though.
They acted like it was going to be on it, and then now it's not on it.
Which I would have loved for that to happen, but
yeah, we got a short 2-week feud with no payoff.
Nope. Wasn't a fan. They needed to cook longer, and Karrion needed to win. Suck it, Dakota.
Yeah. He loves anybody who comes over from New Japan, and I'm about sick of it. Alright, then we had the tongue twister match. I'm just going to say their full names so I don't get lost in this. Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega versus Dom and Rhea Ripley. During the end of it, Rey ended up getting the match or winning the match by DQ, but then he was jumped by Judgment Day. Is that what happened? I thought he won by DQ.
No. He went. He did the 619. Then he got on the top rope and went to the finisher. Finn ran up. He punched him while the referee was distracted with Selena and Rhea. Dom ran over, went to give him the Three Amigos, and on the second one, Rey wrapped him up real quick and got the 3 count.
Sorry, dealing with a baby. I apologize.
You're good, buddy. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for.
All I heard was the commentary saying he won, but at what cost? So I'm thinking it was a DQ.
Well, he won, and then as soon as they wanted to announce him, LWO's winner, Finn Balor ran in, and they started jumping him. Then that led to Damian Priest coming out and joining the fun, and then I'll give you one guess who came out after that.
It was Bad Bunny in the LWO.
Bad Bunny in the LWO.
Because I did get to see that part.
Cleared the ring. Okay, I was going to say, I'll give you one guess. Like, we weren't going to get a surprise appearance from Bad Bunny tonight.
Yeah. Even if I wasn't watching the TV, I would have heard the crowd from the other room.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that part was cool. Hopefully this is the end of the Rey versus Dom shit, but
I'm started hearing Dead be dead. I'm starting hearing it.
It's a little different now.
Yeah, so, it was fun while it lasted, but, yeah, ready for new things. Like after a bad breakup.
This should have died after WrestleMania. Anyways.
We needed to hold over until Backlash. Backlash is the launching point, which we're going to get into a little bit deeper after this review.
Yeah, that is SmackDown. I will give this one C minus. C minus.
That's where I was going to fall. B, if I could have understood the first part of it.
Even if
for me.
Even if I could have understood Spanish, this one just
And a B plus if Karrion would have won.
No, would have been a C plus. There's a lot of stuff on here.
You would have knocked it down?
C plus. I said a C minus.
Oh, you said a C minus. Oh, I thought you said B minus. Bro, I didn't get my ears checked. Sorry.
C minus.
My sincerest apologies.
No, he wins. Knock it down. I like the episode too much.
I was like, that's not usually the opposite, but hey, buddy, do you? Go off, sis.
Yeah, go full Vince McMahon. If they're enjoying it, they ain't gonna watch it next week, pal.
Karrion's not 6'5", so he didn't win.
Does have a great manager. Anyways.
Yeesh.
We need...
All right, so before we get into our Backlash predictions, we need to talk about the major bombshell that was dropped today via Triple H at the press conference about the World Heavyweight Championship. The new, used, previously owned, but now new World Heavyweight Championship. Don't really know what to call it nowadays. Now, I think it's going to happen is I think next Friday they're probably going to christen Roman Reigns with a new undisputed championship belt. But I digress there. So there's going to be there's going to be 4 matches on Raw. And then I can't remember it. Anyways, SmackDown's now involved in the tournament. So the winner from SmackDown's tournament and the winner from Raw's tournament will go fight each other at the Night of Champions for the new World Heavyweight Championship belt. I thought it was exclusive to Raw. So why is SmackDown involved? So I'm guessing whoever wins for SmackDown is now becoming a Raw superstar, then become a free agent. But it makes no sense. The whole point of that title was to go opposite of what Reigns win, but now they're giving SmackDown. I'm so confused. Who was drafted to SmackDown that needs the jump?
I'm not. Didn't LA Knight go to SmackDown?
I like it. I love it. Put a pin in it. But that's probably all it's going to be is a dream. But I just...
Karrion Kross is on SmackDown.
Is this thing on? Let it happen. You know what I mean? But I'm just really confused because the whole thing was...
Ooh. Jey Uso. Ooh. Jey Uso is also on SmackDown.
Solo Sikoa.
No.
I thought we were just naming the Bloodline members.
No, I'm talking about people who need to be in the main event, not people who need to be selling cars somewhere. Sneeze, sorry.
He actually talked tonight, though.
Congratulations.
We didn't talk about that. He told them that he's going to do what he needs to do. They better make sure they do what they need to do, which we know they're not. We know they're going to lose. And somebody is catching one of these to the jugular. You know what I mean? And I'm sure it'll be Jay, which brings up your point. God, I don't know, man. I really want Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins to carry this freaking title, man.
I mean, I already got him with it on there, but it is what it is.
You know what I mean? Like, let's get somebody that deserves it. Seth Rollins. Someone who really deserves it. Drew McIntyre. Who hasn't been wrestling in a while? Drew McIntyre. What better way to bring him back than give him that World Heavyweight Championship belt?
No shots meant to anyone on this pay-per-view card. There are some bigger stars that could have made this show a little bit better. Just a little bit better.
So let me ask you this question. Why are we tying up Seth Rollins in a match with Omos? They've had one interaction.
It's such good shit, pal.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and go through the match card real quick, and then we'll talk a little bit more about that because I'll segue right into that one. So, the Backlash pay-per-view card. Don't sway your freaking head at me, Hook. You've got Seth Rollins versus Omos. You got Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley in the what's Dakota call him? Battle Cow? No, War Pig. What's he calling him? War Pig.
I'm calling him Woo Pig.
Bronson Reed for the United States title. You got Bianca versus Io Sky for the Raw title, which if Bianca wins tomorrow night, she'll tie the record for the longest reigning champion. So you definitely know she's not going to lose. You got Rhea Ripley taking on Selena Vega for the Smackdown Women's title. Championship, she's definitely not going to lose. You got Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest in a street fight. We know who's going to win that one.
Yeah, we're not going to have Judgment Day win the entire night. It's not going to happen.
No. And then you got Matt Riddle, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn versus Bloodline, which is Solo, Jimmy, and Jay. And then you got Cody versus Brock. So, let's give our thoughts on the match outcomes here. Seth Rollins versus Omos.
Seth Rollins is going to make Omos look like a main eventer until he doesn't. Seth gets the win here.
You're wrong. Omos. I'm just kidding. Seth Rollins. You got Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley and Bronson Reed.
Austin Theory wins because the other two just demolish each other. And then the bad guy wins again. Woohoo. Seen this story a couple times over.
Bobby Lashley. Yeah, Bianca versus Io Sky.
I mean, this one's pretty much done. It's Bianca. They're not going to have the drunk lady win the match. You can't tell me she doesn't look halfway drunk going to the ring. I don't know. I don't know what it is, and then half the time she looks cross-eyed. She's got the Shawn Michaels 1,000-yard stare going.
Ooh, not wrong. As we talked about earlier, this whole title thing's really thrown me off. You got Bianca gloating about being the longest reigning Raw champion, but she's on SmackDown now. What the heck? I think Bianca wins. I think she gets that record, and then something happens with the title swap. Rhea Ripley versus Zelina Vega. I think Rhea's too new a champion to lose it, but they are in Puerto Rico. Selena is the home favorite. What are the betting odds against that? Hold on a second, buddy.
You know who's going to win.
They've got Rhea Ripley at 10,000 the favorite, and Selena Vega is plus 1,100 underdog. I'm gonna go put $100 on that one.
Don't bet on Zelina. don't do it.
I think we both got Rhea taking that one.
That one might end up being a squash match if a match runs too long.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be like the final Judgment Day versus LWO because they're in their brand split it after that. Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest in a street fight. I think we both know Bad Bunny's taking this one because if Damian Priest wins, there might be a riot in Puerto Rico. Thoughts?
I want to pick against Bad Bunny, but we know how these celebrity matches go. If they're in their hometown, they're not going to lose. If
anyone from hosting it to not, yeah.
And he's not a heel. If he was a heel special guest or whatever, like Logan Paul, I guess you could call him one. He's going to lose. But they're going to let him put on a show. So
that they will. Then we got the what were they called back in Ring of Honor? Kevin Owens, the same. Was it El
Generico?
El Generico. Who's Kevin Owens again?
Kevin Steen.
Kevin Steen, yeah. So we got Riddle, Owens, and Sammy taking on the Bloodline. Why don't you go ahead and give your thoughts, buddy?
I'm tired. I'm tired of this matchup. I'm so tired. Split this group up. I'm tired of playing games. Either side at this point. I hope it would be funny to see Kevin just absolutely turn on Riddle because Riddle's kind of being annoying. That would be kind of fun to see, but it's probably not going to happen. Seeing the Bloodline turn on each other would be cool because when they did draft them, they drafted them separately. So
and on different nights. Now, I think Riddle Owens.
Just some sort of turn. I'm tired. I'm tired.
Well, I think here's what's happened. I think Riddle, Owens, and Zayn get to a point where they're maybe getting ready to lose, and then Solo. You know what I mean? Just to screw over the Usos, because they had that little moment tonight. And then they had that whole Heyman, it's your night, your time to shine thing with Solo. So if they don't do it that way, they definitely lose. And then Solo just goes on an absolute rampage and beats the beloved Jesus at both of them.
So, and then we have Vince McMahon and Donald Trump in a hair versus hair match with Bobby Lashley and Solo. Is that what you're telling me?
I think that's where we're going.
Oh man, Oh,
it has to break through here. This has to be the final straw for it.
We're probably going to see the final bit of this at SummerSlam.
You think that far?
Yeah. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it for a show that's not in the States. Well, technically, it's a territory, but.
Damn it, I would love to see it, though. Let's go ahead and break up the Bloodline. They already drafted Roman, Paul, and Solo separately. So we already know who the Bloodline is going to be moving forward. And then do we get your very early predictions of a Roman versus Jay, and Jay being the one to dethrone him? Do we get that?
I hope so.
Main event Jay?
It would be really cool to see Roman lose all the titles, and then him absolutely losing his mind, calling him like himself obviously he calls himself the head of the table, and then The Rock just shows up.
It would be fun. All right, which I'm sure is well, I don't know. Do we think Bad Bunny versus Priest is going to be the main event? Which it doesn't feel like a main event to me.
For Puerto Rico, it does, but it shouldn't. The main event should. If we're going off star power, it should be. Well, Bad Bunny is the highest streamed artist. So, yeah, there's your main event, and then probably Cody. Because they got to pull off the LWO versus Judgment Day stuff, so that'll probably be the other match before then. Third to last match.
So, Cody versus Brock.
Yeah. That should be the main event, but it won't be.
Since it has no title implications, who's probably going to be the first match then? It's either that or Seth Rollins and Omos.
It's got to be Seth Rollins and Omos. That match is either going first or it's going to be smack dab in the middle where everybody's going to get beer or going to use the bathroom.
All right, so let's break this one down. Who you got?
The first match?
No, Cody versus Brock.
Oh, Cody versus Brock. Who do I want to win or who do I think is going to win?
Who do you think is going to win?
I was going to say Brock. I changed my mind. We're going to get Super Cena Cody in this one. He gets the hell beat out of him, and then he has his Rocky 4 against Drago moment. Just comes back and starts swinging. Yeah. That's probably what we're going to get, and then we don't see Brock for 6 months.
That's what I'm thinking. I think Cody's going to get the absolute bejesus beat out of him for the first 20 minutes of the match. Something's going to change. And then, although Brock did take a pretty hard bump from Cody on that punch on Raw, but I'm with you. I think that's going to be a rising up back on the street. Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those things.
Over under 10 suplexes.
I was going to say 15, so you're less than I was.
I was going over regardless.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Like, I think Cody wins, but I also think like Brock's too big a. I don't know. The betting odds, like I said, are Cody is minus 300 the favorite, while Brock is plus 200 the underdog. And I think it's just because everyone knows Cody's supposed to win that, because that puts him right back into his finish the story arc. But yeah, I'm gonna say Cody. Just something Cody Rhodes. Whoa. And hope for the best. So that is our picks. I think we're pretty universal on all of them. No, I think we varied in the Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley, but we'll get that put out on the socials. We'll be watching it tomorrow. We will be doing a recap of that at the end. We would watch it, but we got kids and they are loud. So.
And they're new to home.
Yeah, so we call an adjustment period. So.
Or some of us call a no sleep period.
Just nap when they nap. Best advice I can give you. All right, well, that concludes this episode. We want to thank you guys for all your time and following us along on this journey.
Yeah.
Look,
and make sure you follow us on all the socials, because your mom already is. On Twitter at Cheap Pop Podcast, on Instagram Cheap Pop Wrestling Podcast, on TikTok at Pop This Potty for the cheap, and on
popping it cheap,
and on Facebook at the TNJ Sports Podcast. Eventually we will have those guys on, but they also have kids and other things going on. So this is Hook signing off.
And this is Kenneth. And that is the way the cookie crumbles.
We have a sign off 2 episodes in a row. You all have a good one.
Oh, thank you.